press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hi everyone. So, we are discussing about the lesson the stars and the solar system. Is it in the part 1 we already discussed about the what are celestial objects and what is about the study of the celestial objects are called as the astronomy, and we have discussed about the moon. So what is the points we are covering in the moon and also about the surface of the moon. Like this we have discussed about the natural satellite called as the moon. So today we are going to discuss about the stars. Stars. So this star is also one of the celestial object. So as I said, so which are the objects we are located in the sky are called as the celestial objects. So in that stars also is one of the object which is called as the celestial object. So we are seeing in the night time, so in the sky, so we are seeing the stars, and these stars are called as the celestial objects, and it is having their own light. So it is emitting its own light like the sun. So sun and the stars which are giving their own light, for them we will call it as a luminous objects. So stars and the moon means the objects which will emit the light of their own, for them we will call it as the illuminated objects. And the moon and the lamp, so they are taking the light from the sun. So the moon taking the light from the sun. So for that type of objects we are calling as a illuminated objects. Is it? So this star is a luminous object because it will emit its own light. So in these stars we are seeing the hydrogen. So hydrogen will present in the stars. So during the nuclear fusion reaction, so hydrogen gas will produce at all the time in the surface of the stars. So this hydrogen get converted into helium and it produces the tremendous amount of heat and light. Okay, so the stars which can in the stars when the nuclear fusion reaction will occurs, so it produces the hydrogen at all the time. So this hydrogen will convert it into helium. So with the release of tremendous amount of the light and heat. So by this nuclear fusion reaction they are having their own light and they are shining in the night sky. Okay, so like this, then stars, it is a very far away from the earth, our earth. Okay, so these stars are very far away from the earth, that's why they are looking very small in shape for us. So from the earth when we are seeing the stars, it is looking like a small hole, means it is in the small shape. It is not appeared as a sun or moon, so because it is far away from the earth. Okay, so and also the another star which is nearest to the earth is sun. Yes, sun is also a star, so it is very nearer to the earth, so that's why it is looking like a much brighter and most nearer to the earth. So we are seeing it in a big size and very bright. Okay, the stars are also they are appearing in the sky in the daytime also and the night time also, but they are looking in the night time only for us. Why? Because so during the daytime, so we are having the bright light which are emitting from the sun. Is it? So that's why these stars are not visible for us, means they are not visible from the earth. So that's due to the sunlight, bright sunlight. We are not able to see the stars in the daytime. Okay, so then these stars are able to move, means we are seeing in the night sky. I think you will observe that they are changing their position. Have you agree? So these stars will change the position. Yes, so they are moving in the sky. How? So do you agree this point? So how means, so as earth will rotates in its axis from east to west. So the sun means the sun will rises in the morning in the east, and in the whole day it will traveling in the sky, and then it sets in the west during the evening time. Is it? So like that only the stars also, they are moving from east to west. How means they are for example, so do you observe, so in a moving train, so when you are traveling in the train, so you observe that the trees and the plants, whatever things we are seeing from the window of the train, so they are assuming to moving backside, means opposite to us. Is it? So we are sitting in the bus and also train also, so we observe that, so the objects moving opposite to us. Is it? And also when in your room, means in your house, just you circle the so you stand in the middle of the room and just you move. Okay, so then what you observe, the objects or the things which are present in your room are assuming like they are moving in a opposite direction. Is it? So like that the stars will change the position. There is a change in the position of the stars, but not the shape. Okay, the shape will not change this, but they will change this the position. So as they are moving from east to west, so the apparent motion of the stars in the sky from the west to east on its axis. Is it? So our sun is moving from east to west, but the stars will moving, apparent motion of the stars in the earth from west to east, means opposite direction they are moving. Okay, I told that example in the moving train, and also when you are traveling in the train, we observe that the objects are moving opposite to us. Okay, so next one is that there is a one star which does not move at all. Okay, it is located in the only one point. So for that star we will call it as a pole star. Okay, so this pole star is located in the axis of the earth. Okay, exactly it located in the axis of the earth. So that's why we can't able to see this pole star. Especially it is called as a pole star, and also we can say that Dhruva Tara. So we will also say the pole star as a Dhruva Tara. So this Dhruva Tara or pole star is not moving. So it is located in the fixed position, that also in the axis of the earth. So it is located in the axis of the earth, that's why we cannot able to see the pole star, and it does not move from one place to another place. Okay, so it will this pole star is located fixed in the sky, and other stars appear to move around this, they are revoluting, means they revolve around this pole star. The other stars are assuming they are revolving this pole star. Okay, so this is about the star. So these all informations are about the star. The first point I already told that, so stars are celestial objects which are having their own light, means we will also said that, so these stars are luminous object because they are emitting its own light. Okay, so the first point is it is a celestial object. So next one is star consists of hydrogen. Star consists of hydrogen, so produced during the nuclear fusion reaction. So during the nuclear fusion reaction, the hydrogen will produce, and this hydrogen get converted into helium. Then the hydrogen get converted into helium with the release of tremendous amount of, means large amount of heat and light. Okay, so this is about the how they are getting the light and how they are become very hot due to the nuclear fission reactions. So stars are much bigger than the earth. Stars are appearing much bigger than the earth. Why? Because it is far away from us. Is it? So those objects, they are appearing far away from the earth, they are looking in the small size. So when the objects which are nearer to the earth, so they are appearing in the big size. So here the stars are very bigger than the earth because they are very far away from us, means they are far away from the earth. So which is the nearest star? So I told that the sun is a star which is nearest to the earth. So we are having, so that's why the sun is looking like a much brighter and bigger for us. Okay. So the next point is the sun is a star. The sun is a star which is nearest to our earth. So and it looks much bigger and brighter for us, and it looks much bigger and brighter for us than the other stars. Okay, so this is about the stars. The stars are present in the sky. They are appearing in the daytime also, but they are not visible to us because of the bright light of the sun. The stars are present in the sky during daytime also. The stars present in the sky during daytime also. But not visible for us due to bright light of the sun. Okay, these are all the points we should know about the stars. So I told that, so the stars whether the stars will change the position in the sky. Yes, they are changing the position but not the shape. So the sun rises up in the east in the morning and sets in the west during evening. So like that, so seeing the apparent motion of the stars in the sky from west to east. So for they will change the position. So as I told that moving train, so when you are standing in the room. Okay, so up here this is a room, but you are standing in the center, so you circle this room. Okay, so then the objects, which are the things, are looking. So you are turning like this, means they are appearing like they are moving like in the opposite direction. Okay, so and in the moving train also, and in the buses also, when we are moving like this, but the objects which are away, which are seeing in the windows, are appearing to move in the opposite direction for us. Okay, so for that's why we can say that the stars will change the position, not the shape. Okay, so we talk about the pole star. Pole star, or also we will called as Dhruvatara. Okay, so this pole star is located in the sky, in the axis of the earth. So that's why it is fixed in a position. It cannot move. It will not move, and it will not also changes its position. But other stars are assuming to move around the pole star. So we are so in the center the pole star is there, means there are other stars are revolving around the pole star. For example, you see that umbrella. So in that umbrella, so assume, so we will take the umbrella. So here means both the sides. So I have written only in the, so here we have pasted with one star, and here so other ends, all the circle, so we are pasting the stars. Okay, means paper cutting of the stars. Okay, so in the middle also we will paste one star, and on the round of umbrella. So when we roll this umbrella, means we will roll this umbrella, so it is assuming that, so it will not change its position, is it? But these all stars which are away from it, so they are moving around this middle star, is it? So like that, this middle star we will consider as a pole star, and these are the other stars. Okay, so like this the other stars will revolving around the pole star. Okay, so pole star, so it is a star remains fixed in the sky. It is a star remain fixed in the sky, but all other stars appear to revolve around the pole star. Revolve around the pole star. So it is fixed at the stationary. It is called as stationary, and it is on the axis of the rotation of the earth. It is on the axis of the rotation of earth. Okay. So and also it is a definite position, means are also we can say that stationary. Stationary means the objects which are in rest position. They will not move for anywhere. So for that objects we will call it as stationary. Okay, it is a star remain fixed in the sky. All other stars appear to revolve around the pole star, as we have observed in the case of umbrella. So it is on the axis of the rotation of the earth. Means why we are not able to see the pole star, means so it is assume it is a earth. Okay, so it is a rotation axis of the earth. So this star is locating like this. Okay, The star is locating at the axis of the earth, axis of the rotation of the earth. That's why we are not able to see this pole star. It is in a fixed position, and also it is on the axis of the rotation of the earth. That's why we will not see the pole star, and this pole star also called as the Dhruvatara. Okay, this is about the stars. So next, so we talked about the celestial objects. So the distance between these celestial objects are called as the, we are representing in the unit called as the light year. Okay. So light year andre enu? So 1 light year is the distance of the light which is travel in the 1 year. So for them we will call it as the 1 light year. So the distance between the two celestial objects, between the various celestial objects are expressed in the unit. For example, we are expressing the distance between the rods in meter and centimeter, kilometer, like this. So like that also the distance between the any celestial objects is expressed in the unit called as a light year. Okay. So the distance between any celestial objects, the distance between the various celestial objects are expressed in the unit called light year. Okay, so the distance between the various objects, various celestial objects are expressed in the unit called light year. And what is about the 1 light year? So now 1 light year anta helbittu edake karitivi. So it is the distance traveled by the light. It is the distance traveled. It is the distance traveled by a light in a 1 year. So adana navu 1 light year anta karitivi. Okay. So this 1 light year is represented in the numbers, that is 9.46 into 10 to the power of 12 kilometers. Okay. How much? So 1 light year is equal to 9.46 into 10 to the power of 12 kilometers. Okay. So this is the 1 light year, how we are expressing the light year. So and the distance from the earth and the sun. So eshtirbodu? The distance of sun from the earth. So these sun and earth are also a celestial object, is it? So this sun and the earth having the distance 150 million kilometer. So in the fraction of seconds we are seeing the objects by getting the reflection of the light rays from the which are emitting from the sunlight, is it? But the distance from the sun from the distance of sun from the earth is 150 million kilometers. So so the light from the sun to reach the earth, so how much light minute will take means, so it requires the 8 light minute. So the light will take the time to reach sun from the from sun to the earth. Okay, so the light will takes the time to reach to the earth from the sun. Okay, that is 8 light minute. So after the sun, so I told that sun is a very nearest star for the earth, but after the sun another star is there. So that star is which is nearest to the earth, so that is called as the Proxima Centauri. Okay, so that is called as the Proxima Centauri. So this is a star which is next nearest star to the earth. Okay, so it is nearest star to the earth after the sun. Okay, sun ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ ಅರ್ಥಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು Proxima Centauri, and it is the distance like it is about 4.3 light years. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ is about 4.3 light years. So that is Proxima Centauri. After the sun, so this Proxima Centauri star is nearest to the earth. Okay, this is about all the celestial objects called as star. In the night sky, so we are observing some patterns. When the clear atmosphere is there with no if there is no disturbance of smoke and any dust in the which are surrounding the atmosphere, so on that time we can clearly see the some patterns in the earth. So group of stars which forms the shapes, so for them we will call it as the constellations. Okay, so the constellations means the group of stars which are showing the some patterns, some recognizable patterns. For them we will call it as the constellations. So by seeing this constellation means group of stars, in ancient peoples will decided the name for them. So how they are looking, so what shape they are appearing, so on the basis of that they are naming this constellations. So in now we are having the 88 constellations, we are knowing about that. So 88 constellations are present, so we are knowing about them. Okay, so these are about the constellations. So these constellations are present in the sky. So it is a group of stars which is having the recognizable pattern. For them we will call it as the constellations. So in this lesson we are going to discuss about the 4 major constellations. Okay, first we will come to know about the definition of the constellation. The stars forming a group, the stars forming a group which are that has a recognizable pattern or shapes. So for them is called as a So at present we know about the 88 constellations. Okay, so the stars forming a group that has a recognizable pattern or shape is called as the constellations, or the group of stars which are making a recognizable pattern or a shape. For them we will call it as the constellations. At present we know the 88 constellations in the sky. Okay, so this constellations also changes the shape, how they will change the shape, how where they are presenting in the sky. So we will discuss. Okay, so in these constellations we are discussing about four mainly constellations. So what are those? So I already told that each constellations they have given a name on the basis of their pattern and the shape, how they are looking. So how they are forming a pattern. So on that basis they are keeping the name of animal, or it may be name of goddess. So like that they are keeping the name for the constellations. So in these constellations we are going to discuss four main constellations. So first one is Ursa Major, Ursa Major, second one is Orion, and third one is Cassiopeia, and fourth one is Leo Major. Okay, these are the constellations we are going to going in detail about these constellations. So how they are looking, how they are appearing in the sky. So these Ursa Major, Orion, Cassiopeia and Leo Major, these names are kept by ancient peoples. So by seeing how they are looking from the earth, so means whether they have any pattern, whether they have any shape. So regarding this, so they are keeping the name these for these constellations. Okay, so in the next part we are going to discuss about these constellations in detail. Thank you.